guys, welcome back. Yes, the time has finally come. I am filming an updated morning skincare routine. The last time I actually filmed a skincare routine was way back when I was still on Accutane, and pretty much the second I finished Accutane, you guys started commenting and messaging me being like, can you do an updated skincare routine? Can you do an updated skincare routine? And the reason it has taken me so long to do this is because that routine and those products stayed my routine for such a long time post Accutane. So even though that video is fairly old now, it's still very relevant. Like the cleanser, the face mist, the moisturizer, pretty much all the products in that video are still absolute favorites of mine, and I would still recommend them all definitely and still use them today. So that video will be linked in case you haven't seen it. They're definitely not products that can only be used when you're on Accutane, but as you guys know, I do test out a lot of new skincare products, and my routine does change on a semi-regular basis for the most part, and I'm at a point now where I'm loving my routine so much and I feel really confident in recommending all these products to you guys, so that is why I'm finally doing an updated version. Before I talk a little bit about my skin type, all of the products mentioned in today's video will be linked in the description box as always. I'm also going to link my video called 3 products that have transformed my skin. That video is more about products that are like treatments that have helped fade my acne scarring and improve my skin's texture and everything like that. Not saying my regular routine doesn't contribute to that, but that's like my 3 favorite products of all time. You definitely don't want to miss that video if you haven't seen it. Also, finally, give this video a thumbs up if you do want to see my nighttime skincare routine, and I will post that ASAP for you guys. So I'm going to keep this as brief as possible before we get into the actual products, but my skin type. I feel like my skin type requires a little bit more of an explanation just given my whole complicated history with my skin and everything. I just see a lot of confused comments on my videos when it comes to my skin type, so I just want to kind of clear everything up and take a moment to explain it and also give a little bit of a disclaimer as well. So my skin has gone back to being oily post Accutane, though it's definitely not as oily as it was before. My skin also seems to react to changes in the weather, which never happened before. My skin was always just so oily year round. But I found this winter, like when it started getting a little bit colder out, my skin did get a little bit drier. So overall at this point, I would say my skin is more combination oily. I'm oily in my T-zone, mostly around my nose and my chin, and then I'm kind of normal everywhere else. My concerns with my skin are still my hyperpigmentation left over from acne, and also just my general redness, and my skin is still extremely sensitive. I do still get the odd breakout, but they are mostly superficial pimples and not cysts, and I tend to focus most on hydrating and brightening my skin in my skincare routine. I don't really focus on controlling the oil or mattifying. I focus on balancing out my skin and keeping it happy and radiant and youthful and glowy. Now for the disclaimer, I do have a pretty in-depth skincare routine. That's just what works for me personally. Some people can get away with removing their makeup with coconut oil and using apple cider vinegar and that's it, and their skin looks beautiful. I'm personally not one of those people. I find that when I have a collection of products that are working well for me, I really benefit from a multiple 5+ step routine. I know it's definitely going to be a bit over the top and a bit extra for most people, but that's just what works for me personally. The most important thing with skincare is to really just listen and pay attention to your skin and what it needs and what is going to work for you. Just because I use all these products, it doesn't mean that you need all of them as well. If you're just like a cleanse and moisturize and head out the door kind of person and that works for you, then definitely stick with that. Anyways, I hope that clears up any confusion. Thank you for bearing with me. I promise the intro on my nighttime routine will be shorter since I have covered all of that in this video, but what we are actually here for are the products. So naturally, first step in the morning is to cleanse my face. I typically like to have 2 cleansers that I alternate between. I like having a nice gentle milky non-lathering cleanser, but then I also do like having a mild foaming cleanser, and I alternate between them just depending on what I feel my skin is needing that morning. Sometimes I just wake up feeling a little bit oilier, so I want a deeper clean. I also do love a cleanser that I can use on my ultra sensitive eyes, because oftentimes when I wake up in the morning I find my eyes are just like a little bit crusty, and I just find it super refreshing and rejuvenating to be able to use a cleanser on my lashes and everything. So both of the cleansers I'm about to mention don't irritate my eyes. So my gentle cleanser that I've been using recently is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. You guys know I've kind of completely fallen in love with Glossier recently, and my 10% off link will be in the description box for you guys. but I really like Glossier's skincare, especially because it's all unscented, which is my preference. Actually, everything in today's video is unscented. This cleanser does have a very unique texture. Milky jelly kind of just sums it up perfectly, but I love the slightly kind of cushiony feeling this has on my skin and how moisturizing it is. It's got like a slightly kind of oily feel to it, and it's just such a nice way to wake up in the morning. It leaves my skin feeling fantastic because it is so gentle. It's just so pleasant and so soothing, and even though it is so gentle, it does still leave my skin feeling very clean and refreshed, which is very important to me. I am going to be including clips of myself applying all of these products while I am speaking, so this is the cleanser that you will be seeing me use. Just a quick side note, every single time I show myself washing my face in a video, I get comments saying that I'm being too rough on my skin. I promise you I'm being extremely gentle. It's just when I speed up the clips, I guess it gives the appearance that I'm like tugging at my skin, but I'm so careful to be gentle with my skin. I promise you guys, those comments drive me crazy. I get them every time without fail. It's just because it's fast forwarded, I promise. My foaming cleanser is the Bioderma Sensibio Mild Cleansing Foaming Gel. Bioderma is another skincare brand that I absolutely love, as you guys know. I like this cleanser because while it does lather up, it's actually moisturizing and it's not stripping. That's really just what I look for in a cleanser, something that's not going to disturb the balance of my sensitive skin. Like I said, I use this on mornings where I wake up feeling oilier, or maybe if I've used an overnight mask and I feel like I just have a bit more residue on my skin, or sometimes I'll wake up and go work out in my building and I won't wash my face beforehand because there's no point. So like if I've been sweating. My one big tip for cleansing is that in order to make sure your face and your pores are actually getting clean, you really need to take a minute or two to massage your cleanser into your face. Don't just rub it on and then immediately rinse it off because you're not going to see the benefits of your cleanser. Next, I'm going to talk about exfoliating. This is not a daily step for me by any means, but I do typically exfoliate in the morning, so I wanted to include it here. I always exfoliate in the shower just because it can be a little bit messy, and I always exfoliate on the days that I'm going to be washing my hair because I tend to wash my hair twice a week, so I find that keeps me on a really great exfoliation schedule. So the exfoliant I'm using at the moment is the Dermalogica Daily Superfoliant. This is a powder exfoliant, so it actually combines chemical and enzymatic exfoliation. It actually has a little bit of a grit in it too, so it kind of combines all forms of exfoliation, which, by the way, I have been seeing your comments. You guys want a video talking more about exfoliating in general and the difference between like chemical, physical, enzyme, etc. So I will be doing that for you guys. Once again, give this video a thumbs up if you do want to see that, so I know you guys are enjoying the skincare videos. But anyways, a powder exfoliant is a loose powder that you mix with a little bit of water in the palm of your hand to create a foamy paste, and then you massage it into your skin from there. Having extremely sensitive skin, I really love a powder exfoliant. They work very, very well for me. This one in particular does have charcoal in it, so it absorbs impurities, and it also has anti-aging ingredients such as niacinamide and algae. The one thing I don't love about this is the opening on it. I don't know why, it's just really large and I find it dumps out way too much product, so even when I'm being really careful, I find I end up exfoliating like my entire neck and chest and shoulders with it, which is okay, but I just wish it didn't dump out so much product because I think I'll go through this pretty fast as a result. The third step in my morning routine is serum. I am currently using two different serums in the morning, and the first one is the Vichy Mineral 89. This product is meant to target dryness, dehydration, and also dull skin. I've been using this since October and it's already my second bottle. I am addicted to it. It's a lightweight watery gel that absorbs very quickly, and it's really meant to strengthen your skin overall, and I feel like it definitely has for me. Like I mentioned back at like the end of October, when it started getting colder out, I really noticed a change in my skin, and this has really helped just keep my skin healthy and balanced. It also really plumps your skin, which is something I love in a product. I love the look of just like hydrated, supple, plump skin. It's just one of those products that all around makes your skin look better. I'd really recommend this for anyone who experiences dehydration, and by that I mean the surface of your skin gets visibly flaky. A lot of people see that flakiness on their skin and they think exfoliating is going to be the key, but what your skin really needs is water and hydration. So a product like this works extremely well for that purpose. I'd also really recommend for traveling, like it's great before flying. I'd recommend this serum to literally anyone though, all ages, all skin types. It has become a staple in my routine. The second product I use as a serum is Lush Grease Lightening. Now this is technically meant to be a spot treatment for acne, but it's also just a really lightweight gel. It doesn't crust up on your skin like a lot of other spot treatments will, and it doesn't have any actual harsh acne fighting ingredients like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. So I actually apply this all over my face to target any breakouts I might have at the moment, but also work as a preventative measure. I used this product religiously back when I worked at Lush, but I started using it again last summer because I started noticing some small pimples popping up as Accutane left my system, and I just wanted something I could use in my routine that would help prevent that, and this does still work just as well for me, if not better. This product includes antibacterial and antimicrobial ingredients such as tea tree and rosemary, but it also has ingredients like witch hazel and aloe that are really going to soothe the skin and instantly reduce any redness and inflammation on active breakouts. This also does mattify the skin lightly too, so it's really nice under makeup. Just to be clear, I didn't mention this, but everything in this video does work under makeup since it is my morning skincare routine. My skin has never responded well to most acne and spot treatments, so I love that this helps keep my breakouts at bay. You will notice in the clips of me applying these products, I do have some fresh hyperpigmentation and a couple small breakouts around my mouth. My hormones and my period were not kind to me this month, and I did break out a little bit in that area, and I think part of that was because I actually didn't have this product for a couple weeks. I had run out. I really notice a difference when I'm not using it. So next we are coming up to moisturizer. I also have two moisturizers that I like to alternate between. One is what I use when I'm going to be wearing makeup, and the second is what I use when I'm going to be going makeup free because it has an SPF in it. So I'm going to start off with the latter. This is the Paula's Choice Calm Redness Relief SPF 30 Moisturizer for normal to oily skin. I do use this sometimes when I am going to be wearing makeup if my foundation doesn't have an SPF in it, but pretty much all of my favorites do, so that doesn't happen too often. This does work extremely well under makeup as well though when I do need to use it for that purpose because it does have built-in priming effects. This is my Holy Grail Day Cream. I have been using it for almost 2 years, but this is actually only my third tube, so it does last extremely well. I am actually almost done this one though, and I already have a backup because I love it. It's just a product that really agrees with my skin. It never clogs my pores. It does have a mineral sunscreen in it as well, which tends to be best for sensitive skin. However, when you first apply it, it does tend to give a milky, bluish white kind of cast that some sunscreens will, but that does go away within a few minutes as it absorbs. I did used to have a discount for Paula's Choice for you guys through their referral program, but they started revamping their referral program last spring and they still haven't relaunched it, so I don't have that discount anymore. I apologize. My second moisturizer is the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. I don't know what it is about this moisturizer, but there's just something I love about it so much. I could just sit there and smear it all over my face for hours. It feels so nice. It's just a simple lightweight lotion, but it really does make my skin look and feel amazing. It really soothes any redness and just makes my skin look its absolute best, and my makeup just goes on like butter. They do also have a priming moisturizer rich if you do have a drier skin type than I do. I imagine it is just as amazing. And finally, the last category are just the small little extras, eye cream and lip balm. They're small, but they're very important nonetheless. The eye cream I have been using is the Clinique Pep Start Eye Cream. So I first had a sample of this back on our vacation last year. The sample I had lasted me for about a month, by the way, so I really had a great chance to thoroughly test out the product. But this eye cream is mostly meant for signs of fatigue. So puffiness, dullness, just tired looking eyes. Now, I'm not personally super prone to puffiness under the eyes, but on our vacation when I first tested this eye cream, my eyes were super puffy in the morning from waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. every day for like 2 weeks because it was a very busy trip, and I was blown away by how well this eye cream depuffs. It is phenomenal. It really reduced the puffiness so quickly every morning, and just in general I feel like it really helps me look more awake, and it's hydrating without being too heavy or balmy, so it does leave the perfect base for concealer. The packaging does have this little ball applicator on the end, so you pop this open and then you squeeze the eye cream out here. I didn't know it had this packaging because I had only used the sample beforehand, and you're supposed to like dab the eye cream on with this little ball, but since it's not like a stainless steel cooling applicator, I don't tend to see much point in that, so I usually just get it on my ring finger and dab it on like normal. And finally, I've been using the Pixi Nourishing Lip Polish in the morning. I mentioned this in my yearly favorites, but it is not your traditional lip scrub. It's actually a lip oil with a little nubby silicone applicator on the tip to massage your lips and loosen up any dead skin cells, and it also does promote blood flow just to kind of naturally plump the lips. I also really like that this is a 2-in-1 Most sugar lip scrubs you have to exfoliate, wipe it off, and then go in with a lip balm afterwards to hydrate your lips. So this just kind of knocks everything out in one very easy step. The oil that this leaves behind is also a bit thicker. I hate runny, thin lip oils, so I just let this absorb while I am applying my makeup. Then I go ahead and wipe off any excess when I'm done and apply my lip product, and it preps my lips perfectly. That sums up my current morning skincare routine. Thank you guys so much for watching and for making it this far with me. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you guys found this video helpful and that you can take something from it. Once again, all the products will be linked down below, so they'll be super easy for you guys to find, and I'm also going to link any relevant videos, any things that I mentioned, all that good stuff, so be sure to check out the description box. Also, once again, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you are loving the skincare videos and you want to see my nighttime skincare routine right away. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at SariReanna on both, and hit that subscribe button down below if you are new to my channel, but I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys!